Welcome back to Worthington Model Railway, and the next installment in the stuff that arrived that I haven't really shown yet are these two LNER P2s. Obviously one in Streamline and one in Rebuilt. We have Lord President number 2003 and Earl Marshal number 2002. You may see from the boxes, these are DCC ready, but they're 21 pin. Now when I ordered these probably well over a year ago, maybe even longer, at the time I also ordered the old digital sound decoders for the class P2. You know, these are the old Hornby DTS sound, which we know is nowhere near as good as the newer HM7000, but I ordered these and bought them, and so I thought, well, maybe I'll just put these in here for the moment and see how they do. The problem is, of course, that these are 8 pin. And these new locomotives from Hornby are 21 pin. So I went online and I went to AliExpress and I bought these 21 pin to 8 pin decoder converters. I think it cost me all of about $10 for a card of 10 of these. You'll see there's 2 missing. I already used one of them. There's another one floating around somewhere, but we'll take 2 of these off to do these, and hopefully I can use these TTS decoders with these locomotives by using these converters. So first of all, let's get the locomotives out and have a look at them, and then we'll see what we can do in terms of using these decoders. So the first locomotive I'm going to look at is the Lord President, number 2003. I'm hoping that you can read the information here, but let me give you a quick summary in case you can't read the information. So here's the locomotive. In the packaging, as you can see, there is a accessory bag with all sorts of stuff in there. So let's open up the packaging and see what's in the bag and see what the locomotive looks like. In the accessory bag, we do have a driver and fireman. We have an extra set of wheels. We have some brake pipes and some other etched nameplates in there. So we'll probably utilize some of this at some point, but we'll just thought I'd show you what's in the bag there. So here's a first look at the P2, obviously a 282 in L&E apple green here. Model looks really nice. We'll look at close-up in a second, but let me just read some of the history on this. So in 1932, Sir Nigel Gresley, the CME of L&ER, began to design a new class of locomotive at the Doncaster Works. The 282 configured locomotive was given the classification of P2 and featured 4 driving axles for greater adhesion, an A3 type boiler, and a Kyle Chap blast pipe chimney system. 6 P2s were built with 3 distinct design variations. The first of the class, Cock of the North, featured a semi-streamlined smokebox casing and rotary valve gear. 2002 Earl Marshall initially kept the semi-streamlined design. However, the rotary valve gear was replaced with a more conventional Walschaerts Gresley design. This change altered the smoke output, necessitating the addition of smoke deflectors to help improve driver visibility. The streamlining, which had been shown effective at lifting smoke on the A4s and was very popular due to its modern and streamlining appearance, but upon returning to Doncaster for repairs, numbers 2001 and 2002 were also fitted with the new streamlining. Between 1943 and 1944, all members of the class were rebuilt to Edward Thompson's A22 specification in a bid to test out the locomotive standardization ideas. This saw the members of the P2 class become 462 Pacific locomotives with no streamlining. LNER locomotive number 2003 Lord Precedent was the third class P2 to be constructed and differed quite markedly from the previous two P2 locomotives when it left the LNER Doncaster Works on the 12th of June 1936. By that time, Sir Nigel Gresley had developed the Class A4 with its streamlined front casing, which he adopted for the third P2. Let's take a closer look at the locomotive. As you can see, the lining on it is really very nice. The wheels are great. The gear looks good. There's definitely a lot of detail in the cab, which we'll look at in a second. And it's nice to see the wheels on the tender are all lined in red. Okay, let's zoom in a little on some of these details. The handrails are separately fitted on the locomotive there. And here we can see the front of the locomotive with the streamlining, and the lining there is very nice. It has sprung buffers, obviously, and the numbering there on the front buffer beam. Double chimney. There we can see the inside of the cab and the detail on the rear of the tender. It has this new Hornby connector, which has got sort of a circuit board on there to ensure there's good connection. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can look at the cab more. And hopefully you can see all the detail there in the cab, which is really, really nice. Okay, let's open this up and look at putting a DCC decoder in it. The decoder goes in the tender, and there's a couple of screws on the bottom there that you can see that we have to take out to get the tender open, so let me go ahead and do that. So having got the tender open, and the three screws actually are kind of hidden. There is one here, and there are two back here. These two screws here are decoys. So not difficult. Undo the three screws, and there we have the tender, and there we have the 21-pin blanking plate, which we're going to remove and try to put this all together with a 21-pin converter to an 8-pin plug. So we'll see what happens. So the immediate problem here is the speaker. This is designed to take a sugar cube speaker that will sit in here Obviously, these TTS decoders have a much larger speaker on them, and even though it looks like maybe it might fit there, if I actually look in the tender, that's not going to work. I don't think there's room to put the speaker kind of up here either. So what I might have to actually do is get a sugar cube speaker and disconnect the speaker wires from this speaker and put a sugar cube in there. So let me just see what the options are around this, and I will be back. So unfortunately this is not going to work. Even if I replace this with a sugar cube speaker to put in here, there is no room for the decoder. The decoder sits there. This is already going to be too high. I don't think this is going to work. I can play with it a little bit, but I think I just need to order the new decoder. I don't think I have a lot of choice on this. Thanks for watching. Obviously this was a failure. I've ordered a couple of the new Hornby 21-pin DCC sound decoders from Rails of Sheffield with their new international shipping. Hopefully they will be here within a few days, although you know, who knows how long that's actually going to take. I will get those fitted, and hopefully we'll see both these locomotives on the layout running. If you liked the video, hit the like button. As I've said many times, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. There's a subscribe button to the top right, and you'll see another video to the top left.